So a final story today. Now, in a significant move to combat the proliferation of illegal firearms, the Nigeria Customs Service, NCS, has transferred a total of 3,897 arms and ammunition to the National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons. This handover, which took place on February 13, 2025 at the Federal Operations Unit Zone A in Ikeja, Lagos, underscores the NCS's dedication to national security and public safety. The seized items, comprising 1,599 assorted firearms and 2,298 live cartridges, were intercepted between 2018 and 2024. Notably, in May 2018, the NCS uncovered 440 pump-action rifles concealed within 516 bags of plaster of Paris cement in a 20-foot container at Apapa port. Controller General of Customs Adewale Adeniyi emphasized that these seizures highlight the NCS's active collaboration with stakeholders to keep illegal weapons off the streets and strengthen public safety. Chidi, quickly, the Nigerian Customs Service has handed over 3,897 arms and ammunition to the National Center for Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons. How delightful is this news to you?
Oh, well, it's quite a good one. I mean, it means that the custom guys are up and doing, and it also tells you that we actually sitting, on a gunpowder. This is not the ones they were able to arrest, but who knows the amount that we're able to sip into the system. So I think that our border lines are the porous borders, in our country. The unmanned borders we have are actually our nemesis now. So kudos to the custom guys. I pray that they do more. I pray that they make sure that such horrible things don't get into our country easily, and that that the moment they get things like that, they forward it to the appropriate authority for the appropriate action. All right. So I appreciate their effort.
Okay, Justice, quickly now, this news here only gives us a perfect understanding that there is an arms cartel operating either within or outside the state. Now, how can we fish out these bad eggs? Because obviously they live amongst us.
Definitely. For me, I even think there are more than one. It's the number that we may not be able to put our exact fingers on. That's number one. Number two is, for every of these kind of seizures that we see, Mark, how many can we not see?
Exactly.
How many can we not?
How many has gone unnoticed?
How many has gone unnoticed? So these are germane questions that we must keep asking ourselves. So as for how to dismantle them, is eternal vigilance. That's still what our law enforcement should still be practicing. Okay. Under no condition should they be flaccid. They have to always ensure that their awareness, their antenna is completely up, and they are on the lookout for some of these proliferated arms and ammunitions. They have to ensure that intelligence, proactive intelligence is what we will have to generally be able to use to be able to nip this in the bud. And also, how is the government to helping? Do we still have scanners at the custom points? How are we checking the number of almost unlimited number of border crossings or border openings that we have in our country? How are we policing those things? After having considered all this, we must still circle back to intelligence. True. Because it's intelligence that will be the greatest arbiter of whether our nation will be safe or not.
All right, Chidi, very quickly, a collaboration with stakeholders by the agency has given birth to this seizure. Now, from a security point of view, I mean, what kind of technology do you think we can deploy to checkmate some of these unnoticed, arms proliferation that is obviously spiraling out of control? Because I can tell you now that these people who apparently know that the Nigerian customs are on their game to actually fish them out, they will always change strategy. So how can we meet them and beat them to whatever game they're about to set to roll out now?
Don't forget that when we discuss like this, everybody listens to what we're saying. So I believe that we're not going to reinvent the wheel. Okay. The custom people definitely know what to do. There are technologies for it, and it's not for us to spill the beans, but I'm very sure that the those concerned know exactly the kind of drones that they can deploy to be able to extract the information they need. Just like the barrister said there, it's all about intelligence.
Yeah.
And human intelligence, and of course, technology-based intelligence is all we need. So, the technologies are there.
Right.
We're not going to invent the wheel. All they need to do is to see, study what other countries do in their borders. What kind of technology they deploy in their borders. We can do that, no matter whatever it costs. Our government should be able to procure it, because if you take hold of your borders, you have taken hold of your economy.
All right, let me take you up on this before time is already fast spent. Now, the get-rich-quick syndrome is already out there. Young people right now do not even want to learn skills anymore to get themselves engaged, to be useful to society. So how can the government come into this picture right now to further harness this young people's talents, to get them out there to get themselves busy? In 20 seconds.
Yeah, sure. This is a big challenge for the country. I mean, you have the youth bulge. The youth bulge you have in the country can be seen negative or positive. Positive more because you have talented youth. Nigerian youths are actually very talented, very skilled, very intelligent. All they need to do is empowerment. All they need is government to galvanize their effort, give them the latitude to fly, and they will go places. Most times when they go into negative energy is because they don't see the latitude to express themselves.
Right.
I'm very sure that if we give them all it takes, man, we got the best youths in the country.
All right.
I can assure you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Chidi Omeje. Of course, Chidi Omeje is the editor of Security Digest, who's been with us this evening on the show. Thank you for coming on Newsweek today.
I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Justice Ojana, it's always a pleasure having you.
It's always my pleasure.
Your intervention is always recognized.
Yeah,
Bless you. All right. And that's our show for today. Remember, you can follow the conversation on our social media platforms at TVC News NG or on our website at tvcnews.tv. I am Mark Otabo. Until next week, goodbye.